Can you feel what I feel?
If we are to stop harming one another and the animals and ecosystems that we all share on this planet, we might begin by creating true psychic connections which enable and demand that each individual experience firsthand both the love and the pain that he or she puts out into the world. We imagine that many have lost the ability for true compassion. Even when faced with another suffering directly, we cast the suffering aside and continue on without any alterations in behavior. For example, when Apple was faced with employees' anguish in factories producing iPhones, it was made clear that workers were jumping to their deaths because their lives were so horrific. Rather than fix the cause of the suffering, a feminized and inhumane environment that perpetuated poverty, Apple forced employees to sign contracts promising they would not harm themselves, and then attached nets to catch the fall of those who, overcome by suffering, jumped anyway. Let us provide an example closer to home. 1 in 4 American women is raped. Those numbers are further exasperated by issues of race, class, sexual orientation, and gender nonconformity. Obviously, attackers are aware that there is harm being done, yet harm appears to be the reason for the rape rather than a dissuasion. If each of us held the ability to psychically transfer physical sensations, memories, and emotions of various harms onto those causing them, such damages may be less likely to occur. The suffering would be experienced entirely subjectively, that is, rather than watching it play out like watching a movie, the receiver would experience the attack, or the dream as we call it, as if it were happening to him directly. The technology behind such an approach is simple. Though they are rarely fostered, humans have innate psychic abilities. Dream technology allows the wearer to access and focus enough psychic energy to temporarily override an attacker's access to their own memories or sense of self, thereby making the attacker vulnerable to the powerful psychic disruptions their actions have caused in another. The technology can only be used on the person producing the harm. It is their relationship to the event that creates the psychic connection. Because the dream technology need only be worn long enough for the dreamer to recognize and adopt their own psychic abilities, the technology can be passed throughout various communities quickly. We embrace and make use of the psychic connections between plant systems, and carefully harvested roots make up the biological structure of the dream. A further benefit of using organic matter is that because some form of flora is present in nearly all locations where people live, dream technology can be created anywhere, thus allowing low-cost access to as many people as possible. We do not know if this tool will be helpful to all people in all places, but it is our sincere hope that various groups will be empowered to create and/or modify dream technology in whatever way will best serve their needs.